Today I'll be showing you guys the best all-around 7'1" center build that can literally do everything on NBA 2K26. This build gets Hall of Fame limitless range and deep bomber takeover ability and allows me to shoot from anywhere on the court. I'm basically a 7'1" Steph Curry. And I can also put the ball down on the floor and dribble to get myself open for a wide open three or a driving dunk. This build also can snag rebounds at a super high rate with Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And don't even think about driving to the rim because I'm going to send that across the park like Prime Tumbo. It also gets some of the most insane dunk animations I've seen so far in NBA 2K26. But this is by far the most fun, well-rounded build I've made so far on NBA 2K26. If you guys want more build videos, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Now, before I get into this, I want to let you guys know if you guys want to change anything up, feel free to use this as a template and change anything you want. I made this build based on how I want to play and how to have the most fun I could possibly have on NBA 2K26. Now, starting off with the position, we're going to go with the center position. Obviously, we're going to be put at the 5 in the rec and put at the 3 in the park. Now for the height, we're going to go 7'1". For the weight, I'm going to go 227 pounds. The reason why I'm doing this is to get that 70 speed on this center build. And for the wingspan, we're going to go all the way down to minimum to get that 90 3-point shot. Now let's go over shooting. I know a lot of you guys are going to ask what build specialization I went with on this build, and I went with the shooting specialization. And I'm going to be making this build based off of 5 cap breakers, and the first cap breaker is going to go into 3-point shot rating, okay? We're going to leave this at an 89, but we're going to use our 1 cap breaker to get it to 90. And the reason why I'm going with a 93-point rating is to get triple threat takeover with a deep bomber takeover. This is going to be glitchy. I cannot wait to show you guys what it's looking like. And for the mid-range rating, we're going to leave this at an 80. You don't need a super high mid-range in NBA 2K26 for center builds. You can still fade away and hit a lot of shots. And because I had some leftover attributes, I put my free throw up to 84 in case I do want to hit the rec center so I can knock down those free throws at a high consistent rate. But now let's talk about shooting and show you guys what this build is capable of on NBA 2K26. First of all, I want to talk about deep bomber. As you guys can see in these clips, I'm shooting from anywhere I want on the court. It's insane to think that this build is 7'1" and you can shoot from this deep. Limitless range is considered a tier 2 badge on this build, so I used my tier 2 max +2 badge perk on limitless range and it boosted it from silver all the way to Hall of Fame. And as you guys can see in these clips, I am not hesitating. I am pulling up over anybody. It does not matter. In NBA 2K26, height is everything when it comes to the contest system. If you're super tall, you can shoot over anybody. Now, a lot of people are making 7'4" builds, and yes, you can shoot over people. You can shoot over little guards. You can shoot over 6'10s. But this build can do everything, okay? 7'4s cannot do what I'm about to show you guys on the rest of this video. But back to the point, man. This build is 7'1". You can spark over anybody. You can shoot consistent mid-range pull-ups. You can shoot off the dribble. You can do anything you want on this build. It does not matter. There is no contest in NBA 2K26, and the taller you are, the better you can shoot, and the better the chance you're going to be able to knock down these shots at a consistent rate. This build is all about shooting with confidence. Wherever you're at on the court, you know your jump shot, pull up, whether you're rhythm shooting, whether you're shooting with a button, be confident and shoot the ball, especially when you have deep bomber takeover. But overall, shooting on this build is a lot of fun. I promise you, you're going to go crazy if you do know your jump shot. Now for the playmaking, we're going to be bringing our passing accuracy all the way up to an 87. The reason why we're doing that is to get break starter on gold. And I realized pretty shortly after playing a few rec games is that you can just launch the ball down the court. I promise you 87 is more than enough. If you do want to go up to like 93 to get Hall of Fame break starter, feel free to. But if you're trying to make a super well-rounded build, I think 87 pass accuracy is definitely the way to go. Now for the ball handle, we're going to be maxing this out at a 72. If you want to, like I said, you could use this build as a template. You could leave it at 70 to get unpluckable. But I just went with a 72 because I had some leftover attributes and it's crazy. This build can dribble. You guys are going to see in a little bit. And for the speed with ball rating, we're going to put this all the way up to a 57. We don't get lightning launch at all, but I promise you it does not matter. You can still dribble the ball super quick on this build. So now it's time to go over playmaking and show you guys how well-rounded this build truly is. You guys already know we can shoot, we can pull up from deep, but we can also play make. We are just not a spot-up cone. We are not a spot-up on this build. You can spot up, but you can put the ball down on the floor. With a 72 ball handle, you unlock some of the best animations, which I will be showing towards the end of the video. But you can unlock some of the best animations to do step backs, lots of behind the backs to get yourself open, whether that's for a 3-point shot or if that's for a driving dunk. It's actually crazy to think about that this build is 7'1" and I'm dribbling like this. And I want you guys to know that This was only 1 day of dribbling. I didn't even learn all of like the glitchy dribble moves or all, you know, the Steezo stuff or none of that stuff. I didn't learn any of that. I'm just doing the basics right now, and look at what this build is capable of doing. And because you're 7'1" and because you're going to be at the center position, there's going to be a big mismatch. Most of the time, there's going to be a 7-foot center, maybe even a 7'4" center. They're not going to be able to keep up with you. They're going to have a low speed. They're going to have low agility. They're not going to be able to keep up with you, so you can beat them, whether that's laterally or going straight to the rim. The playmaking is super fun on this build, man. You're going to be able to do your thing, step back, shoot over smaller defenders. And if there's a super tall defender, just like I said, you can speed boost, get a quick first step animation right around them, and go crazy at the rim. So now it's time to get into finishing. For the close shot, we're going to leave this at a 75. For the driving layup, we're going to put this all the way up to a 70 so we can get physical finisher. Once I upgrade my strength, we're going to get physical finisher on bronze. For the driving dunk rating on this build, we're going to put this all the way up to an 80 driving dunk. Yes, we can get some of the most insane dunk animations on this game. Sometimes we could even get some contact dunks once we're in takeover. But yeah, an 80 driving dunk on this 7'1" build is crazy, okay? Now, for the standing dunk on this build, we're going to go ahead and put this all the way up to an 89, and we're going to cap break it to 90. And the reason why we're bringing the standing dunk up to a 90 is to make sure that we get gold rise up. And once I upgrade my vertical, it's going to go up to gold. But we're going to use our second cap breaker on standing dunk, and we're going to put it up to 90. Now, for the post control, we're going to leave this at a 67. I know a lot of you guys aren't going to like this. This is why I said use this build as a template and change anything you want. All right. I personally am not going to be in the post, okay? I'm not going to be at the post and all on this build. I got a 93 ball, okay? Deep bomber. I'm shooting the rock. I can dribble. I got an 80 driving dunk. The last thing I'm going to do is be in the post. Now let's talk about the finishing on this build and show you guys what this build is capable of at 7'1". Now first I want to go over the driving dunk. This build is crazy, bro. You can get some of the most insane dunking animations I've seen so far on NBA 2K26. Remember, with a 72 ball handle and a 57 speed with ball, you're going to be matched up against a 7-foot center. They can't keep up with you, bro. You can take it straight to the rim. You can get some crazy park dunk animations. You can do some self-lob animations. Putback animations are really crazy on this build as well. And when you want to activate the skill dunks, the green window is still relatively big, you know, when you're doing the skill dunks on this build. And with a 90 standing dunk animation, you can get some really good contact dunks underneath the rim. The green window is huge for standing dunks, skill meter dunks. It's crazy. So that gold rise up, I promise, is going to treat you right. Overall, finishing on this build is amazing. So now it's time to go over defense. For the interior defense rating, we're going to bring this all the way up to an 88. And the reason why we're doing that is for gold paint patroller. You're going to be able to get some great stops in the paint. For the perimeter defense, we're going to put this all the way up to a 62. And once we upgrade our strength all the way up, we're going to be able to get bronze and movable enforcer, which is going to help us get some pretty good bump animations on the perimeter. Now for the steal rating, I decided to leave this at a 43. On this build, you cannot get a 60 steal, which would give you bronze interceptor. So I basically just found it pretty pointless to put up any steal. I don't want to waste any attributes. So again, man, feel free to use this as a template and change anything y'all want. I just felt like it was pretty useless. You know, to bring my steal up if I can't get bronze interceptor. Now for the block rating on this build, we're going to put this up all the way to a 90, and we're going to use our last 3 cap breakers to get it all the way to 93. And the reason why we're doing that is to get gold paint patroller. Now it's time to show you guys what this build is capable of on defense, man. This build is a shot blocking machine. Now remember, this build is eventually going to get a 93 block. This build in these clips you guys are seeing doesn't even have gold paint patroller. So many people try to attack the rim. They might have even beaten me off the dribble, but I still got back and got a chase down block with a 90 block rating. So it's going to be absolutely insane once I actually get my 3 cap breakers and put it on block. And I feel like with a 93 block, I'm going to get even better animations. But overall, defensively, this build is super good, man. You're going to be able to do your thing, get lots of stops, actually play some perimeter defense. You know, most importantly, just lock up that paint. So now it's time to show you guys the physicals, okay? We're going to go ahead and max the speed out at a 70. I know you guys seen a lot of these clips. I'm moving around the court, whether that's off ball on offense, whether that's off ball on defense. I am moving around, okay? I'm going to be 7'1" with a 70 speed. That's crazy. You're going to be able to go crazy and, you know, run around the court, bait on defense, overall just do your thing. Now for the agility, we're going to max it out at a 58. And for the strength, we're going to go ahead and put this all the way up to an 84. And the reason why we're doing that is to get gold post lockdown. And for the vertical, we're going to go ahead and max it out at an 80. Now for the defensive rebound rating, we're going to put this all the way up to an 85 and the offensive rebound rating up to a 70. Okay, this might be your least favorite part about the build, but if you're a good rebounder, okay, you know how to box out, you know how to get rebounds, you're going to be fine. 70 offensive rebound is valid. You're going to be shooting the ball. You're really not going to be in the paint snagging. You're going to be setting screens, popping, dribbling, shooting threes. And I promise you, you're still going to be able to get a lot of offensive rebounds. Again, for the defensive rebound, it's going to be an 85. We're going to use our max +2 on Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser. But overall, rebounding is still very good on this build. I know the defensive rebound rating is an 85, but again, man, if you know how to box out, you're still going to get those rebounds. You're still going to go crazy. I still get around 15 to 20 rebounds a game in the rec. And Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser is definitely going to help you out a lot. As you guys can see in these clips, man, I'm snagging over people. I'm snagging over 7-footers, 7'3s, doing my thing out here. But overall, this is the most well-rounded center build in NBA 2K26. It can snag rebounds. It can play great defense. It can play make, get open for three. It can shoot deep bomber shots like prime Steph Curry. Overall, man, this build is absolutely fun. Remember, use this build as a template and change anything you want. And for those who stuck around the entire video, I wanted to show you guys the jump shot on this build. This was the jump shot I was using in all of these clips. Michael Porter Jr. is a great jump shot base. It's super good. Upper release 1, Baluba. Upper release 2 is going to be Charles Bassey. And for the visual cue, it's going to be at push, release speed 3 out of 4, and animation blending 55% Baluba and 45% Charles Bassey. And these are all the dribble moves, all the signature styles that I was using in today's video. I'm telling you, man, you're going to go crazy on this build. It's a lot of fun dribbling. And these are all the dribbling animations and all the signature styles that I was using in today's video. So feel free to screenshot, do your thing, and go crazy out there. And here's all the dunk animations that I have equipped on this build as well. You guys see me getting some crazy contact dunks in this video, crazy standing dunks, crazy driving dunks. Here's all the driving dunks. But overall, this is the best well-rounded center build in NBA 2K26. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.